Are you noticing your child squinting at the board, rubbing tired eyes, or mentioning headaches after school and wondering if the air they breathe could be part of the problem?
Welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. Stay informed with quick, easy-to-listen summaries of our latest articles, perfect for when you're on the go. No reading required. Subscribe for free at mercola.com for the latest health insights.
Hello, and welcome to Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. I'm Ethan Foster, and today we're examining how everyday pollution can alter how your child sees the world, why earlier exposure matters most, and what you can do at home to limit the damage.
I'm Alara Sky. We're focusing on new evidence showing that long-term exposure to nitrogen dioxide and fine particulate matter raises the risk and severity of myopia in children. You'll hear what researchers found in nearly 30,000 students, how pollutants trigger inflammation and mitochondrial stress in the eye, and the specific steps you can use to reduce exposure indoors and outdoors.
Researchers from Tianjin Medical University and the University of Birmingham analyzed data from primary through high school students between March 2021 and December 2023. The average age was 10.4, and about 85% lived in urban areas. Using an AUML system, they combined eye screenings with factors like sleep quality, physical activity, academic pressure, and nighttime light exposure to identify the strongest predictors of poor uncorrected visual acuity.
The standout pattern was clear. Children living with cleaner air had sharper vision even after accounting for lifestyle and genetic influences. Younger children benefited the most when air quality improved, which points to early life exposure as a key driver in how your eyes develop. Older students and those with severe nearsightedness showed less improvement, suggesting genetics dominated once myopia was advanced.
Pollutants influenced vision differently. Nitrogen dioxide, largely from traffic and combustion, hit children with mild myopia harder, while PM 2.5, tiny particles from fuel, wood, and waste burning, had a stronger impact on children with more severe nearsightedness. As exposure accumulated with age, myopia prevalence rose, and the burden was heavier in students spending more years in polluted settings.
Mechanistically, the path is straightforward. Pollutants enter through your lungs, move into circulation, and reach delicate ocular tissues. There, they trigger oxidative stress and chronic inflammation that disrupt oxygen availability, damage the cornea and retina, and encourage the abnormal elongation of the eye that defines myopia. Cleaner air reduces these stressors and supports normal focusing.
Mitochondria are central in this story. Your retina is one of the most energy-hungry tissues you have and depends on efficient mitochondrial output to process light. Airborne pollutants undermine that energy production, leading to fatigued eyes, slower visual processing, and blurry distance vision that can progress as exposure persists over months and years.
Lifestyle and environment interacted in ways you can recognize day to day. Children who slept with lights on, stayed up late under academic pressure, or lived near heavy traffic showed worse vision than children with consistent sleep schedules and greener surroundings. That interaction doesn't negate genetics. It shows where you can act early to blunt risk.
This study aligns with other findings. A 2024 clinical ophthalmology analysis linked pollution to more clinic visits and higher rates of outer eye inflammation. Another study in Scientific Reports associated the PM 2.5, sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxides, and ozone with faster myopic progression in children. Together, these results reinforce that the air around you is not a neutral background. It shapes how your vision develops.
The health stakes also extend beyond eyesight. Chronic PM 2.5 exposure has been tied to metabolic disease burdens, with estimates attributing a significant share of type 2 diabetes cases globally to these particles. Pollutants penetrate deep into your bronchi and alveoli, aggravating asthma, chronic bronchitis, and COPD. Fine particulates are classified as a Group 1 carcinogen, and higher exposures correlate with increased respiratory infections, as airway defenses are impaired.
Given that reality, your most practical leverage point is indoors, where you control far more of the air you breathe. Start with a high-quality purifier. Systems that use photocatalytic oxidation transform harmful compounds, And HEPA filters capture fine particles effectively when used in your furnace or air conditioner. Either approach reduces the load reaching your eyes and lungs.
Ventilation is the next simple step. Open windows for cross breezes at least 15 minutes daily to refresh indoor air. In your car, especially in traffic, use the recirculate setting to avoid drawing in exhaust. If you're driving a new vehicle, air it out regularly to reduce volatile compounds that off-gas into the cabin.
Household products can quietly degrade indoor air, so you can replace chemical cleaners with baking soda, vinegar, and hydrogen peroxide. Avoid aerosols, air fresheners, and scented candles that add volatile organic compounds to the air you and your children breathe. These swaps meaningfully lower irritants that promote inflammation.
Water can be a source of airborne irritants too. Chlorine from municipal supplies volatilizes in showers and baths and contributes to airway irritation and fatigue. A whole house water filtration system helps remove chlorine before it reaches your taps, reducing those vapors throughout your home.
When you plan time outside, make decisions around the air quality index. On high AQI days, keep activities indoors. If you exercise outdoors, avoid rush hours and routes near highways or busy roads where traffic pollution concentrates. These are targeted changes, not wholesale restrictions. The goal is to minimize peak exposures that push inflammation higher.
For parents, the timing matters. Because younger children's vision appears most responsive to improved air quality, early actions carry the biggest payoff. Even small improvements, better filtration at home, consistent ventilation, and smarter scheduling outdoors, translate into measurable gains in visual acuity over time.
None of these steps replaces professional evaluation. If your child reports persistent, blurry distance vision, eye strain, or headaches, the data simply show that environmental changes complement clinical care, and that the sooner you improve the air you control, the more likely you are to slow myopic progression during critical developmental windows.
Think of this as reducing an ongoing load. You can't erase traffic or seasonal haze, but you can reduce how much of it reaches your child's eyes during homework, sleep, and play. The clearer the air around them, the less oxidative and mitochondrial stress their retinas need to overcome to focus and process information all day.
Here's your challenge. Over the next 7 days, check your local AQI each morning, ventilate your home for 15 minutes, run a quality air purifier during homework and sleep, switch from fragranced cleaners to vinegar or baking soda, and use recirculate in the car during traffic. Track your child's eye comfort. Less squinting, fewer headaches, and steadier distance vision are signals you're moving in the right direction. Thank you for watching Dr. Mercola's Cellular Wisdom. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe now and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.